they're not going to get away with a drama-free convention just because she selected Tim Walz. And we're already seeing that. She's been heckled at a couple of events by these pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian protesters. And just last night in New York at an event that apparently wrongly suggested Kamala and Tim Walz were going to be there, but they weren't. Governor Hochul was there and the mayor of New York City was there. These pro-Palestinian protesters showed up in droves and caused mayhem. Take a look at the video. Cops are there, smoke bombs. This is insane. I mean, like for the listening audience, it was absolute pandemonium. They were outside of a restaurant in Harlem called Bird in Hand. Again, because there had been a suggestion that Kamala and Tim Walz were going to be there. They wound up getting stuck with Mayor Eric Adams and Governor Hochul. And the Bird in Hand owner, Brian Felicita, gave the New York Post an interview saying a handful of people from the community swung by for an informal dinner after the rally that these Dems were at. He suspects some of the protesters followed them to the restaurant. He credited cops for their quick action and his staff. He estimated damages to the restaurant's outdoor seating area, at least a few $1,000s. It's my flowers that took the worst of the beating, he said. Myself and my business partner were both born and bred New Yorkers. We're for everybody. I don't know what the target or intention was based around this, but it makes no sense to me. Meanwhile, they are outside graffitiing police cars with Free Gaza. Over a dozen people were taken into custody. The stunned patrons were looking on. The cops were taking rebel rousers into custody. The crowd circled the police. You heard the whistles, the sounds, smoke bombs. This is just an event in Harlem, Maureen. This isn't the Democratic National Convention, and their party is more fractured than their joyful messaging next week is going to lead us to believe.
100%. And it's such a dereliction of leaders on the left. You know, I really feel like this is such a moral crisis. Those images from DC a few weeks ago with, right outside Union Station, all of that graffiti and someone hanging the Palestinian flag and, cheering on Hamas, which is a terrorist organization that would murder 90% of the people agitating for them because they are sexually fluid, whatever. This is such a moral crisis. And I think it is so, again, weak and convenient of the left to try to pretend this isn't even happening. I mean, I really wonder where the big voices are on this, where the Clintons are, where the Obamas are, why we hear this deafening silence over what I think is the moral issue of our time.
Yeah, and they just reelected Ilhan Omar in Minnesota. Tim Walz's favorite politician. He's on record. Whenever he thinks about Ilhan Omar being in office, he smiles. She just got reelected because the Democratic Party has an enormous faction that is becoming more and more radicalized by the day. What's happening in London could happen here. You know how much my family and I love our dogs, Thunder and Strudwick. I cannot imagine life without them. They're great. They have a great life. We're lucky. They're lucky. But some dogs aren't. And that is why I'm so lucky to tell you about Delta Rescue. It is the largest no-kill, care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. They have rescued thousands of dogs, plus cats and horses too. They provide all their animals with shelter and safety, and most of all, love. And they've been doing it now for more than 45 years. Delta Rescue relies solely on contributions to stay open, and giving can bring tax benefits to you too. Speak with your estate planner about how you can grow your estate while helping animals in need. And check out the estate planning tab on their website to learn more. We love our Thunder and Strudwick, and Delta Rescue would like to help other dogs who don't have that kind of love in their life find it and find safety. Visit deltarescue.org today to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.